Hey, it's Mr. Schwanebeck from Horizon Elementary. Today, I want to talk to you about digital photography. Have you ever seen a photo that looks sort of like this and wondered, how do they do that?
Before digital cameras helped people snap hundreds of selfies a day, photographers captured life's moments on film. A tiny door inside the camera, called a shutter, would open for an instant and expose light-sensitive film to the world beyond the lens. Then the photographer would replace the film before taking the next shot. Sometime in the 1860s, either by accident or experimentation, photographers discovered that they could create interesting and sometimes haunting photos by not changing the film each time. These images belong to a type of art called multiple exposure photography, and today I'm going to show you an easy way to create these images with your phone or tablet.
Oh, hi. I was just taking some selfies. You're going to need to take some selfies too. We're going to need them for this project. Also, take some photos of other things besides just yourself. Look around the room, look around outside, try to find some good pictures of textures, of landscapes, of objects. Take some interesting photos. You're probably going to want maybe 10 different photos, maybe 15. Don't take 40, but get several so that we can manipulate them in the next step. If you're using your iPad from school, you're going to go to self-service. Otherwise, you would use whatever app store is appropriate for your device. Pixlr is P-I-X-L-R. Now, I've already got it installed, but you would select it and install. Once you have it installed, you'll look for this icon. You'll open it up, and you're going to select your very first photo. We're going to be working in layers, and the first layer doesn't necessarily have to be the background. I'm going to choose a photo that I took earlier. Once I have that loaded up, you're going to use this little, I'm going to call it the magic wand tool. Inside are a bunch of different filters that you can explore and play with. I'm going to use this one. Makes it just a little bit bluer. Once you have that selected, you've got a few new tools. You can use this slider to adjust how strong the effect is, and you can also use this tool up here to erase or draw on your picture. I'm going to leave this one the way it is and hit the check mark. Now I have my first layer. A lot of artists work in layers. When you're working with digital photography, working in layers helps you adjust one part of your picture without destroying the other parts. Now we're going to use this toolbox. The toolbox has a very handy tool in it called double exposure. You select that one and choose your next layer photo. And this is where you're maybe going to want to choose one of your patterns or textures that you took a photo of. I'm going to choose these flowers. You see it places it right over the top. You could use a photo of something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be the textures. It could be a whole nother portrait. At this point, you can adjust the size and the position. I'm going to go like that, and you can use this slider to adjust how much of that layer shows and how much of your bottom layer shows through. I think I'm going to leave mine up pretty high. Okay. At this point, you can also play around with the different filters in here. There are filters for your second layer. I think I'm going to turn it back up a little bit more, make it a little more intense, kind of like that. You can adjust this layer to get it just where you want it. I think I like a little bit more of my nose showing, but a little more of the flowers on my face. Once you have it the way you like it, press the check mark. Oh, I forgot one other, hold on. Let's go back to, let's see, how do I get back there? Can I go that way? The little back arrow undoes what I did. I'm going to choose that photo again because I wanted to do one more step. I'm going to keep it like that. I forgot that I wanted to use the eraser tool to make this look like an even more interesting photo. I'm going to use the eraser tool to erase the top layer photo, the flowers I selected, out of the background so it's only applying it to my face. I feel like that's going to make it more mysterious, more interesting to the viewer. It'll get them wondering how I created this picture. Like so. I think I'm going to take it out of my hair too. I think that'll make it look like the flowers are only on my skin. All right, once you are happy, you hit this check mark, you hit this check mark. Now that photo is ready to upload. I'm going to say done. I'm going to save that image. It says right there, I don't know if you missed it, but it said save to camera roll in the middle. Sometimes I hit that a few times not realizing that it's already saved. Then I'm going to share it out by clicking more, and you can see their seesaw is already in there.
All right, so now it's your turn. See what you can put together with multiple exposures, and when you're done, be sure to post it to Seesaw or share it with your teacher because we can't wait to see what you can come up with.